Did you know that the most successful home sales actually begin a full year before the for sale sign goes up? If you've just started to think about selling your home, but you aren't really sure where to start, you're in the right place because today I'm sharing with you what you should be doing to get your home ready to sell a year before your move so that you can attract the best buyers. Plus, stay tuned because I want to share a tip with you that most realtors won't tell you until it's too late. For those of you who don't know me yet, I'm Jen with the Jenn Collins Group, your local guide and real estate expert to living in the East Bay. I'm here to help you live your life in a home you love, whether that's improving your current home or letting us help you find a new one. If you're thinking about selling your home in the next year, you've made a smart decision to start planning now. As an East Bay Realtor with over a decade of experience, I've seen firsthand how early preparation can transform the selling experience and significantly impact the results of your sale. Let's start with understanding why this 12-month timeline matters. When you give yourself a full year to prepare, you gain 3 crucial advantages. You can make strategic improvements rather than rushing through quick fixes. You can spread out your expenses instead of facing them all at once. And you gain the luxury of strategically determining when you'll go on the market. When you start thinking about selling, the first thing you should do, yes, even if you're not planning to sell for a year, is to schedule an initial chat with a local realtor. Now I know what you're thinking. Jen, of course you'd say that. But I want you to think about 2 things. First, I called it a chat, not a consultation. And here's why. This conversation should be really casual, not pressure-filled. This isn't a listing appointment where an agent tells you how they're going to sell your home. This appointment is about you. The agent should be listening to your goals and objectives. They should be considering your timing. And this should be a very high-level, casual conversation. It could even occur in a coffee shop. It doesn't even need to be in your home. During this chat, the agent can help you identify exactly which improvements will give you the best return on investment, specifically in your market. What sells in the East Bay might be different from other parts of California, and local expertise really matters. Plus, a great agent will be able to tell you what finishes buyers are most looking for in today's market. The last thing you want to do is invest a ton of time and money into updating your home with last year's colors or finishes that don't complement each other throughout the home. I had clients in Danville who thought they needed to remodel their entire kitchen before selling. After chatting with them, we determined that simply replacing the countertops and cabinet hardware would give them nearly the same value increase, but save them months of work and disruption in their home and ultimately save them about $50,000. Next, during this initial chat, you'll get a good feeling about what it's like to work with this agent. You can use this first meeting as a pre-interview. As you get ready to sell your home, you're going to be spending a lot of time with this person, and you really want to make sure that they're a good fit for what your needs are. Do they listen to your needs and desires, or are they interested in only getting you to sell now? How do they communicate with you? Do they still use faxes? I hope not. Unless you do, then they're the perfect match. Are you wondering what a fax is? If you are, don't worry about it. You'll also get to learn if this person follows up with you like they promise. Do they get you the contractors and vendors that they recommend? Do they follow up with you like they say they will? So starting your selling process off with a casual chat is a great way to begin. Your next priority as you start thinking about selling a year from now should be to address any major maintenance issues. This includes things like your roof, foundation, HVAC system, plumbing, and electrical systems. These aren't the sexy upgrades that really excite buyers, but they are the issues that can impact your sale when discovered during a home inspection. Getting ahead of these problems gives you time to research contractors, get multiple bids, and avoid emergency pricing. Then it's time to start thinking about decluttering. Yes, a full year in advance. I recommend the 4-box method. 1 box of items to keep, 1 for donations, 1 for storage, and 1 for trash. Start with the areas of your home that buyers pay the most attention to: the primary bedroom, the kitchen, the living room, and the primary bathroom. By beginning this process early, you can tackle 1 room at a time rather than feeling really overwhelmed. As you start to think about decluttering, you'll want to remove all of your personal items, of course, but you'll also want to remove about 30 to 40% of your excess decor. Take a close look at bookshelves, fireplace mantles, the tops of dressers, nightstands, and desks. Start emptying drawers. We all have junk drawers that haven't been touched in months. Next, move on to closets. Keep only those clothes that you'll need while your home is for sale. If you're selling during the summer, pack away all of your fall and winter clothing items and accessories to better show how much space you have in your closets. Next up, and this is important, is to start documenting your home improvements. Create a digital folder with receipts and before and after photos of any work you've done while you've owned the home. This includes regular maintenance like spraying for pests or water heater replacement. It also includes remodeling projects, repairs, painting, and don't forget about exterior projects too, like landscaping and tree trimming. Buyers love seeing that a home has been well maintained, and documentation gives them the confidence that they're making a good investment. You'll also want to investigate the permit history on your home. You can request the permit file for your property from your local building department. This will reveal any outstanding issues or unpermitted work that could complicate your sale. Having this information early gives you time to address any problems or get retroactive permits if necessary. Buyers love to have these questions answered before they write an offer. Now, the one tip most realtors won't tell you about. Start interviewing multiple agents well before you plan to sell. Why? We talked a little bit about this before when we discussed that initial chat. Now you can see who kept in touch with you and who kept good on their promises. A great agent won't just talk to you about marketing your home. They'll start sharing market insights, connect you with valuable and reliable contractors and vendors, and really demonstrate their value long before you sign a listing agreement. The agent you're thinking of working with will help you understand your area's seasonality. In the East Bay, we have distinct selling seasons, and timing can impact buyer interest and ultimately your sales price. Have your agent pull up sold data from the past few years and look for patterns. When do homes in your area sell the fastest? When do they get the highest prices? This information will help you plan your listing dates strategically. Now, you've found an agent you like, you've started to declutter, you have records of all the work you've done to your home. It's time to start building your financial picture. Meet with your mortgage advisor to understand exactly how much equity you have and what you'll need for your next purchase. This conversation can reveal opportunities to improve your financial position before selling, like paying down certain debts or adjusting your timeline. If you haven't already, it's time to start really researching your next move. Whether you're upsizing, downsizing, or relocating, understanding your next step will inform how you prepare your current home. If you're staying in the Bay Area, I always recommend starting to visit open houses in neighborhoods you're considering. This gives you realistic expectations about what your money will buy in today's market. If you're moving out of the area or out of state, consider characteristics like schools, amenities, transportation, plus expenses like property taxes, homeowners insurance, and utilities costs. And if you're moving out of the area or out of state, ask us for a recommendation on a great local agent. We have relationships with wonderful agents across the country we'd love to introduce you to. Last but not least, start paying attention to comparable homes that come on the market in your neighborhood. Visit open houses, note the condition, features, and eventual sales prices. This will give you a realistic picture of what buyers are expecting and what they're willing to pay for in your specific area. Remember, these early preparations aren't just about maximizing your sales price. They're about creating a smooth, lower stress selling experience. When you spread these tasks over 12 months, the process becomes much less overwhelming and much more manageable. Selling your home can seem like a massive undertaking, but how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Starting your home selling journey 12 months in advance puts you firmly in the driver's seat. You'll make better, more informed decisions, save money on improvements, and experience significantly less stress throughout the process. If you're thinking about selling in the next year, I'd love to schedule that initial chat I mentioned earlier so I can learn more about your goals and your plans for what's next. Call or text me at the number below and we can connect. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Jenn Collins, your local guide and real estate expert here in the East Bay. We're here to help you find a home and a community you love. I appreciate you spending some time with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.